Hello everyone, this is Turd Rocket 87 here with Toilet Bowl Productions special commentary on our What the Fuck series, or WTF question mark series. And I'm here with Bowman 327. We're discussing basically the comments and the feedback that we have been getting about the series as a sort of way to better explain ourselves or our views on things, I guess. So, how's it going, Bowman?
Oh, great. Good to be here, Turd.
All right, good. So anyway, how is it? What is it specifically about the comments that you've noticed lately? I mean,
well,
that has kind of come to.
I've noticed specifically that there are generally two types of comments. The first type of comment are generally positive. That's sort of like, oh, that's really funny. Or it's like, oh, that happens to me all the time when we make either you or me make an observation while we're playing.
So like a general understanding that what we're doing is just supposed to be funny.
Yeah, is an unscripted conversation or an unscripted monologue about while playing video games, basically illustrating that. Yeah. How somebody can get upset while playing a typically first-person shooter and, talk crap, make crude jokes, random observations, random conversations, and
random bullshit.
Yeah, random bullshit that people think is funny. And that's generally the first type of positive or neutral understanding of what we're doing. And the second type of comment that appears the most that I've seen is the comments that I can only describe that are genuinely and honestly offended, morally, spiritually, and any way you can think of, by the fact that we are either making fun of something that people do, whether it be act like a 13-year-old when they're in fact 30, or that we ourselves, or sort of a second part of that, or that we don't play quote skilled, quote tactical, or quote leet, whatever the fuck that means. But I'm saying that's the second thread of commentary that has seemed, because people either get
they take themselves too seriously. They take our videos too seriously.
Agreed. I think for some reason maybe under the impression that we're trying to show off how good we are, which is odd considering at least my speaking from.
Okay.
Speaking for myself. Is that I most of the time during the game I am making fun of how poorly I play, because I'm gonna lay some heavy truth on you now. I don't think that I'm good. I don't try to be good. I know it's hard to believe. I know.
Oh my god.
I don't try to pretend that I'm good. I'm just, like I said, to me it's not so much the gameplay that's entertaining about what's happening, it's the commentary of the gameplay. That is the whole point of the video. We're not trying to show that we're good or trying to be the best. We're not trying to be all we can be at Battlefield Bad Company, Call of Duty, or the Call of Duty games, or whatever other games we may or may not do.
Do you remember those commercials back in the 90s when they said that all the time? Be all that you can be.
Yeah.
Man, that was a long time ago. Or it seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, man.
Dude. Anyway.
We're getting old.
Sorry. But yeah, go ahead.
But which I honestly cannot relate to, because video games to me have always been an escape from sort of responsibility and seriousness. It's always been an opportunity to hang out with my friends, talk to my friends, bullshit with my friends, and all the rest. And it's never been a forum or an opportunity for me to prove that I am an ultimate badass at consoling or whatever, because one, I'm just not, and two, I just don't give a shit. And apparently I'm in the minority. I always used to think that the majority of people shared my general outlook on video games, but apparently I am completely fucked up and wrong here, according to some.
Well, I guess some people just maybe they think that I don't know, maybe to them video games are more than just recreation or something. I couldn't understand why, because that brings up another point. Like for me, there's the people that consider themselves or not elite, pro gamers. Like with pro gamers, people that because because there is a possibility that video games are more to you than just recreation. If you're someone who's paid to play, paid endorsements to play in the MLG or something, which does happen, believe it or not, to all you wannabe pros out there. There are actually people who are real pros and get paid to play video games in real life, not in the movies. And then then there I mean on the reverse side of things there are video game reviewers and journalists and stuff that play them and then review them for like sites like IGN or magazines or whatever. So I guess that could be considered getting paid to play. So those people could be considered real pro gamers because they actually get paid. So to them, they have an excuse because video games really are more to them than just, recreation, because it's like a meal ticket. It's what they get paid for.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I just, I don't, I don't know. I just don't see the point getting so serious about something that's like so insignificant to the rest of the world.
See, to me, I think you bring up an interesting point because, like, you're talking about, we're essentially, because I think we talked about it's like, look, like in all honesty, like there's nothing wrong with taking pride or whatever and how good you are or whatever. To me, it's about attitude. It's like, if you're good, then then fine. You're better at me at whatever form. You're better at whatever the types of like mission types there are on Call of Duty, or you're better at me at like Bad Company. That's fine. But to me, it's like, don't get up in my face because I don't want to like in the lobby before the match, I don't want to sit there talking to 6 complete strangers discussing strategy, when in fact we probably wouldn't do any better or worse if we did, just because I don't want to talk strategy, like do recon in the game or do this sort of small squad movement. That's not my type of gaming. If that's what you want to do, hey, you get together with all your buddies on like...
That is what I want to do, and I think you should, do it too. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, see, most people, like a lot of people online, do online try to tell me that, but it's usually not in such educated terms. It's more like,
I'm gonna quit.
Hey, you fucking noob! Fucking, why don't you talk? What the fuck? Why don't get out of here?
You know what? That's funny because I used to play like Fear, and sometimes I'll play, but like hardly anybody ever plays Fear anymore. There was this one guy I played with a while back, and I totally kicked his ass. I'm not bragging or anything.
But you still kicked his ass.
Yeah, but I kicked his ass. He was the host too. I was like, damn. But anyway,
did he cry?
He started crying towards the end. Wasn't at the beginning. He seemed like a genuinely nice guy. Because I was like kicking his ass for most of the round. I wasn't winning the whole time, but every time I saw him, he would die. So. Oh,
I see.
But like,
so you were gentle then?
Well, no. Well, it was rough. I like it rough, but but he seemed to be, he
wasn't used to that,
welcoming of it at first. But then I think it started to chafe because, like, towards the end, he started, complaining, and because in Fear, the grenades when they hit a guy, they just explode on contact. And, so I'll do that. I'll just throw grenades around corners sometimes. And it would just happen that a lot of the times when I'd throw a grenade around a corner, he would walk around the corner as I threw it, and it would hit him right in the face and blow his face up. So he started getting mad because he thought I was like a grenade spammer. Is that what they call it?
I've heard that, yeah.
What does spamming mean?
I don't know.
Does anyone know that? If you know what spamming means, reply to this video.
Call in to the studios here.
You're going to feel like an idiot in a second because when we come back, we're going to tell you what spamming means. We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back after these messages.